These are the kinds of things that he needs to really get a feel for before he can decide what his next move is.
We're reaching an important, thank you, Nancy Cordes, we are reaching an important moment. We are now just 10 minutes away from the D.C. curfew at 6 p.m., which is to be enforced by arrest. You can see the police, these pictures now, pushing back this mob, telling them to go home. Chris Van Cleve is right there. Chris?
Well, Nora, the group of people we were talking about up at the base of the Capitol, you can see here the police, as we pan over, you can see the police here with their riot shields and their helmets have pushed the crowd back to the street now, completely clearing the west lawn of the Capitol. These demonstrators, these protesters are not happy about it. They have been hurling a lot of obscenities at the police as they've been pushed back. They feel they have the right to be on the Capitol grounds. They see it as public property and that they should be able to be there. The police, and these look like Fairfax County, Virginia police uniforms, have moved the people back, trying to get people to go home. Of course, we're just minutes away from D.C. enforcing a curfew. Doesn't sound like all of these folks realize that there's a curfew that's been put into effect either. So, but you can hear the yelling. That's being directed at the police here. And this is, Nora, I was saying just minutes ago, we hadn't seen police in quite some time. It's clear they were massing to move people out. And now we see an awful lot of police officers. And these folks are in gas masks, they're in helmets, they've got body armor on and shields. This is a very clear message for folks to disperse. Nora?
Yeah, and if people want to compare these images to foreign countries.
Come from different parts of the country? Do we have any sense of that?
Yeah, most of the people we talked to today were folks that were from out of town. One man as far away as Montana, another came in from Los Angeles, one from West Virginia. In fact, one of the people that was walking away from here a few minutes ago was asking, where is the town hall? If they've got a curfew, I want to protest at the town hall. So, and also, D.C.
far from it.
is a heavily, right, they're not far. D.C. is a heavily Democratic community. The people that live in Washington, D.C. Were not, by and large, Trump supporters, so it doesn't surprise me that you saw people coming from outside of the area. We know that flights into D.C. last night were very full, and that they had a lot of Trump supporters on them, based on the videos, and these are posted to social media. So this is a lot of out-of-towners. We saw everything from some very, very old to people that had brought their children out here, and sort of everywhere in between.
Looks like,
a lot of
Chris, it looks like largely a white male crowd.
Yeah, it was a predominantly white crowd. There was a mix of men and women, but predominantly white men. I think that's a fair thing to say about the crowd today.